guys! Today I'm really excited to talk to you about Gladiator II, which comes out November 22nd, 2024, which is 24 years after the first film. It's insane. It makes me feel very, very old. I will say I think Gladiator still is one of my favorite films of all time. I think it's a damn near perfect movie. I think Russell Crowe is so phenomenal in that film. But now we have Paul Mescal taking over the quote unquote lead role, right? He is essentially in the Russell Crowe role, even though this is not a reboot. This is a continuation, he plays Lucius, who we saw in the first film. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely see it. Here's the thing. A lot of people have asked me, do you have to see the first film before you see Gladiator 2? You don't have to, but there's going to be a lot of moments that mean a lot more to you if you have seen the first movie. So I definitely think you should, although they do give you a quick rundown of who Lucius is and what's kind of been going on since then, and even what happened with Maximus. They explain that to you, they gloss over it. It's not in-depth discussed. So I do think you'll get a lot more context, obviously, if you check out the original film. Plus, it's a fantastic movie, so you definitely should check it out. But move past that. Let's get to Gladiator 2. Is it a perfect movie? No, this is not a perfect movie like its predecessor. It's a good movie. It's definitely an entertaining movie. You will be entertained. No pun intended, but you will be. The action sequences are epic. It's just insane. Paul Mescal is so good in this. He really is, especially there's a couple moments where he gives speeches, because of course he does, because they're taking that from the first movie, but it works and it's done really, really well. Everyone in this movie is good. Pedro Pascal, so freaking good. He's phenomenal in this movie. I almost feel like he's a little underused, if I'm being completely honest. But the star of the show really is Denzel Washington. Everyone is great in this movie. There is not someone who is bad in the film, okay? But Denzel Washington, man, he's just on a whole other level than literally everyone else in this movie. I mean, no surprise. Denzel Washington, what? He's the best part of the movie. I mean, he's phenomenal. He's so good. He brings his A game to every single scene that he is in. It doesn't matter if he's at the forefront of the scene. He's fantastic. He's just captivating. He's charismatic. He's just so good. There's so much about him that he's charming, and you're he's not doing great things at times. I shouldn't like this guy, but I do, because it's Denzel Washington. He's just completely captivating, enchanting, right? You just you can't help but want him to succeed, even though he's not really a great guy. And then of course you have the two emperors, which is, listen, Joseph Quinn is so good. Again, little underused, not a lot underused, little underused. Would have liked to see a little bit more focus on him, but I understand. Listen, this is a 2.5 hour long movie. My main issue is it is too long. It definitely could have been cut down. A lot of the CG is not great. There's certain visuals that are not wonderful. But the action sequences are just so good, and the story is so intriguing and captivating, and Denzel Washington is just so good that those really rise this above. And I say it's a good movie. It's not a great movie. It's not a perfect movie, but it's a good movie. It begs to be seen on the biggest screen possible, because it's an epic, big, massive film. And I really, really enjoyed my time watching it. I really enjoyed it. It did make me kind of want to go back and watch the first one again, because I just love the first one so much. And I was like, man, it has been years since I have seen it. So it did make me want to go back and watch Gladiator, but listen, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, the cast all around is great. The story is interesting. It continues the story from where we got before. It's a little too close to home right now. Not gonna lie, that's a big part of it. Maybe that didn't help while watching it, right? But there's a lot I really loved about this movie, and there's a lot of things I had issues with in this movie. But overall, I think it's absolutely worth checking out. I give it a 3 out of 5, right? It's a good movie. It's you will be entertained. It gets kind of bloody and gory, which I love when a movie will get bloody and gory. So I enjoyed myself. I may have set expectations too high because of how much I love the first Gladiator film. That might have been part of my problem. And like I said, a couple of my favorite characters felt a little underused. But Denzel Washington, he makes everything great. And Paul Mescal is fantastic as well. Like I said, he's great in the role of Lucius. I became invested in his story, and I actually cared about what happened with him. So yeah, overall, I say definitely go see it. I definitely recommend checking out the first one before you go watch it if you haven't already. But yeah, see it on the biggest screen possible. It's entertaining. You will be entertained, I promise you. So let me know your thoughts on Gladiator 2. Are you excited to check it out? If by the time you got to this review, you've already seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at mamasgeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.